Hi, my name is Michelle Cortens. I'm from Dryden, Ontario, which is in northern Ontario near Thunder Bay. So I'm the tree fruit specialist for the province. I like to get out onto farms and solve issues with growers. So in high school, I was involved in a volunteer group. It was called Envirothon. It's like an environmental competition, and I was the soil specialist. So I was reading into soils a lot about how texture and aggregation and all these different soil properties can affect plant growth. We had a lot of fun in this competition, and when I was looking into universities, I saw that the University of Guelph had an agriculture program, and I started thinking more about agriculture and how everyone needs to eat. There's always going to be really important jobs in this field and always an opportunity to make a difference in this area. And I think growers are also very willing to come up with better ways of doing things. When I was talking with the professor that I worked with at the University of Guelph, he had an idea in mind, which was thinning apple trees. So I got really passionate about this area and started even looking into why trees abort fruit. And this is actually a really important time for growers because they're modifying their crop load so that they get really high quality fruit. They don't want to overthin their crop, and they also don't want to leave too much crop on there. So I was looking at ways that growers could thin the apples on their trees. The growers that I work with right now in Nova Scotia, we have a range of farms, and we're located mostly in the Annapolis Valley, which is a beautiful area of Nova Scotia. And we have farms that go up onto the valley sides and those on the valley floor as well. And we have a range of farm sizes, some up to 400 acres, others, 1 acre hobby farms as well, but mostly commercial size is about around at least 20 acres in size. Our growers grow about 50% Honeycrisp, and they do it really well. We get some cool weather in the fall that allows the apples to develop a beautiful red color on them. Honeycrisp is a really high-value variety, and it does have a lot of challenges, though, to grow. So some of those challenges are that it can be biannual bearing, which means that in one year there's a high crop load, in the following year there's a really low crop load, and then that cycle just continues, and that can be very difficult to manage in a farm environment, and it means that your income fluctuates as well. Another challenge with Honeycrisp is that it can develop some bitter pit, which we don't have as much of an issue with in Nova Scotia, but it tends to be related to not enough calcium getting into the fruit and also some nutrient relations in that fruit. The tree can be difficult to grow, so generally in the first 3 years in Nova Scotia, we like to allow the tree to grow without fruit on it so that a lot of the vigor from that tree goes into getting the main leader of the tree up to the top wire so that the tree fills its space. If you let that crop any sooner, then it can shut down the tree growth. There are some really amazing stories about how extension has improved profits for farmers. Honeycrisp is an amazing example. Extension has been involved with finding new varieties and encouraging growers to maybe plant these varieties, and then when they put it in high-density systems that research and extension trials and learns about and shows during workshops, it just provides an opportunity for the grower to see what's possible and what they might like to try on their own farm, and also not having to take on that risk of doing it themselves, and also the enormous amount of time that it takes to do your own trials.